Hello, everybody. All my listeners, I do believe they're subscribers back there. Um, Little info, those are show cattle. Those are not the regular cattle. They're out in fields that you take home and make a hamburger with. Uh, my name's Kip. My kids actually talked me into doing this. Little background on myself: a Midwest guy, uh, born in Illinois, grew up in Iowa, in Nebraska now. About 20 years ago, after traveling all over, living on each coast of the United States, building restaurants, met my wife and ended up moving here. Have two kids, 7 and 11. Struggled all my life with trying to find my knack or something that drives me on a day-to-day basis. After having kids, found that knack in coaching, something that I was not real attentive to when I was younger. My childhood was a lot on my own. Didn't know my dad until my late teens. Moved out when I was 16. Did graduate high school. Was good at sports. Hated school. Could have went and played football if I wanted to, in my own mind. But chose to be smarter than the system and kind of plowed my own path. Starting out with concrete and moving on to other construction jobs, and then working in the restaurant industry, building kitchens for high-end restaurants. So I was not the top 10 on the dean's list or nothing, even close. I made it by, and that's it. I think that's what's really driven me to be a lot better parent than I was or had experienced in my past. I don't really gripe about it. I don't hold grudges. I worry about the now. That's kind of been my philosophy for a long time. And of course, all this is in my own personal opinion and experiences. A lot of that stuff has probably shaped me into the person that I become. Flawed. I made a lot of mistakes throughout my life. Never sidestepped them. Always hit them head on. But I finally found kind of the very good calling in coaching. Starting out with my daughter in preschool with soccer. From what I started with, which was a bunch of screaming girls that some would rather wait to be substituted out because they'd rather sit with their moms or parents than play, to now coaching a under 11 girls soccer team for a soccer club, while at the same time coaching flag football for my second grader. So it's first and second grader boys, which all of those who had those know that you will lose a lot of hair when dealing with them. That's why I've wore a lot of hats. But I guess my basic, the time when it hit me was probably the end of the third year of coaching the girls soccer. Remembering back to the first days we started at preschool to what I left them in the last game, what they accomplished was a satisfaction that it's hard to describe, that you know that you've helped, move them along in the right way. So I genuinely enjoy it. I find myself doing it when I really have no obligation to do it. It's just natural. I was a troubled kid that was kind of left alone, and I did my own thing, and then whatever. I guess my mom's philosophy was always, you do the crime, you do the time. Basically, it was hands off, 90% of the time. So I'm glad I lived in an open space where I couldn't cause a whole lot of trouble with police involved. So my kids kind of told me, we're on YouTube every night, but we'd like to see you try it out and give people advice on coaching or the nuts and bolts of a sport. I played football. I liked football. I was half crazy with it. So number one, I can teach aggressive. Number two, I can teach you the game. I can figure out any game. Except cricket. Cricket would probably take me a little bit longer to figure out, but all the others, I have no problems. I've been associated with coaching or playing or being involved with pretty much every sport, or how to handle kids in general, how to talk to them, how to treat them, how to make teams mesh. That's a big thing. Finding kids that, especially now, kids shun other kids. It's not right. I've always taught my kids not to judge anyone. I don't claim to be a holy man. I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form. I guess I just learned over the years some of the worst people that you would think were the worst would be the ones that would pull you out of your burning car. And that's how I've always thought about it. I know the world we live in is kind of a funky place. You really have to stick to what you know, stick to who you want to be around, and not get sucked into all the other. Worry about you and your group and do what you can. My pleasure comes on the weekends when I get to coach my son in football and I get to coach my daughter in soccer, which this weekend we have a state tournament and 4 games. So we are chomping at the bit. Hopefully, if this goes well, I will kind of give you some of my other opinions, advice, whatever else I can help with. Open to questions. Hope you guys like this. It's kind of a trial run. If you don't like me, I understand too. Just go on about your day. I'm kind of an old school guy with old school philosophies kind of meshed with new age parenting. Just hit the like button if you want to find out more, and I'll see if I can't get on again, maybe in a week or a few days. All right, have a great one. These guys back here have been magnificent, haven't caused a whole lot of noise. All right, check you later.